What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the new Shard Vault that came in the Seas of Dragonfall's update. It launched on Steam for PC yesterday. We currently do not have word on when it's going to hit consoles yet. So I know console players will ask, but we currently have no official word on when it will be in consoles. I am going to assume, now it is a big assume, that it is in certification. I also know that it is a holiday weekend. So with that in mind, the update's just not going to hit consoles over the weekend. None of that is confirmed information, but it is a realistic expectation. I think take a look for it next week or when we get more info of when it will arrive on consoles. Now, as I mentioned, today we're going to talk about the Shard Vault. The Shard Vault adds huge quality of life, something that's been requested for many, many years, as long as shards have existed, actually. This has been a requested feature. Now, additionally, we have always been told through Trendy and, well, through the Trendy years, that it was not possible to make a Shard Vault. Well, the team at Chromatic did get us a Shard Vault out, and it's pretty awesome. It offers lots of quality of life and hidden quality of life that you wouldn't know about. Besides just having an all-in-one shard storage spot, it also is just greatly decreasing your loading times by getting all of that stuff out of your inventory. So, you see, I've still got an assortment of shards I hold with me. However, it freed up several bag spots, and it made a significant difference in loading times. Now, the Shard Vault, in combination with other optimizations that were made, took me personally from about 90-second load times down to about 15-second load times. So it's pretty considerable in the load times, more than a minute per zone per map. So if you're on a long grind, I mean, as everyone who grinds the game long hours knows, you can easily, if you play the game for 6-7 hours, you can spend an hour of that time or close to it in loading zones, in just loading pages, loading in between matches. That is no longer really an issue. You're loading in nice and quick, and that is quite awesome. Now, the Shard Vault costs 1,450 gems. It shows a quantity up here at 3,000, but that 3,000 is different shard types. Each individual shard will stack up to 99. Now, what about shards that are 1 out of 10, or 2 out of 10, or 3 out of 10, etc.? That is something I wanted to get out there as well, just to let everyone know who hasn't already figured it out the hard way, like myself. When you put a shard into the Shard Vault, it's not actually storing that shard. It is kind of giving you a voucher for that shard. So it does reset everything down to its base value. So with that in mind, gilded shards, I would probably keep out of there. Hyper shards, I would definitely keep out of there because those have a nice expensive cost to re-upgrade. Because as you pull anything out, it is going to need to be upgraded again. We can take a look at Nerve Shock here. You see it's 16 of 16. I put it in the Shard Vault. Let's search up Nerve Shock, pull it back out, and now it is 0 of 16, which means I will have to re-upgrade this particular shard. This can get quite expensive, particularly if you just dumped everything in. I know a lot of people learn this the hard way, myself included, so don't just spam all your shards in. When you get your Shard Vault all excited, make sure you pick and choose what you're putting in. So I think it's, you know, it's an absolutely incredible quality of life thing. So even though I don't like that it does reset the shards, it's not a deal breaker for me personally, as it just is such enormous quality of life. Generally, gilded shards and hyper shards that I don't use, I keep in a regular tab here. I'm going to continue to do that. Anything that I'm not using normally is going to be sitting here in just a regular vault tab. And then anything I'm saving up to guild or just the shard collection in general is all going into the Shard Vault itself. But that will do it for now. Let me know what you think down in the comments below about this Shard Vault. I mean, it's pretty awesome. It's got some side effects, like the resetting of the shards, which I know people are not happy about. But the vault itself is an absolute incredible addition to Dungeon Defenders 2. Now, I will be doing a full patch note review that will be releasing shortly after this video, and we'll go through the entirety of the patch notes. But that will do it for now. Thanks a ton for watching. Just a quick PSA and general description of the Shard Vault. Be careful on what you throw in there, realizing it is going to be reset to 0 of 16. But thanks again, y'all, and I will see you soon.